Carlucho Podcast, the Carlanguis, the Carperro, the Los Podcast. No, probably the Losey Podcast. That probably sounds the best. I don't even know what we're gonna talk about. Maybe sports, maybe golf, movies. My favorite movies, the movies you probably haven't even seen, not one. We'll get there. Maybe. Probably start off with sports. I've been thinking about doing this for a long time too, and I just always think to myself, all the smack talking I do, all the shit talking I do to everybody, sports, movies, opinions, facts, not opinions, facts. You might have opinions. I got nothing but facts. Might start off with that. I don't know. Maybe start off with this weekend. The Broncos going to play the Pats. Scary. I talk so much shit all week long to all my friends. And we started off with the Packers. That's probably where we start off with the Packers because I even had people over. We had that Bears game. We beat them on the first one, came back. Then they beat us with Caleb Williams throwing that crazy, crazy, unbelievable pass to DJ Moore. And you don't want to be the guy that's like, oh man, that was such a good pass. But that's the way I was, right? Because that was a crazy pass, especially to end the game, kill the game. And you just don't even believe it. You truly don't even believe it. And that was to end the regular season. We end up going to play the Ravens. We still lost. We clinched a spot in the playoffs. And now you go against the Bears again, the same guy, and the same thing happens. The same thing happens. He ends up beating us. The better team. We were up 21-3 at the half. All the homies are texting. All the homies are just talking stuff the whole time. The whole time they're just talking stuff and saying that, the Packers this, Packers that. They even had a little bit of faith. They had a tiny, tiny little bit of faith that the Packers would have did something, or came back in the halftime and then completely did it and did what everybody thought they weren't going to do, especially with half the Packers being injured. I mean, you want to start talking about a list on fire this person, Matt LaFleur, and who's the one that dropped it? Jalen Reed kept dropping it. Then you had Keyshawn Nixon jumping literally on top of the huddle for some weird reason. Whatever reason that was, cost 15 yards, ruined the play. Get him out of here. I can sit here all day long, fire the coach, fire the special teams, fire everybody. Restart, regroup, see what happens. But no, they don't do that. They just signed Matt LaFleur for 5 more years. Who knows what Nixon's going to do? Who knows what, everybody else is going to do? There's another season. You get past it. The Packers lose. The Bears advance. Now everybody's wearing the cheese grater hats. Now then they even snuck that guy in with the cheese grating it. Trash. But it is what it is, man. Then you end up having, I had the Niners smacking them, and they do absolutely nothing. So I was wrong there. Then I have my buddy this past weekend. The Rams advance. I even told everybody, no way the Broncos beat Allen. No way. You already got rid of Mahomes. You already got rid of Joe Burrow. The Chiefs had a terrible year. The Broncos barely beat the Chiefs on that last game before playoffs started. I was like, this is Josh Allen's year. This is his time. This is his moment. There's no way. Bo Nix is a really good quarterback. He's too young. He doesn't know playoff football. All Josh Allen knows is playoff football. That's literally all he knows. So you wouldn't think that he's actually going to ruined the whole thing. Call my father-in-law. He's excited, tells me to come down. We start talking about football and we start watching the game, and the Broncos do it. They do it this past weekend. They beat the Bills, and then you get happy. Then I start getting texts about Bo Nix. His season is done, cooked, finished, fried, extra well done, just done. His ankle. Now I feel bad. Now I feel bad. I can't even. I can't. You don't want to, and you just can't. You just can't. You led the team. You pushed them all the way there with arguably the best defense in the NFL, maybe number 2, maybe number 3, but they've done some crazy, crazy stuff, crazy turnovers, a lot of crazy stuff, and you just feel bad. So now this upcoming weekend, you want to root for the Broncos. You want to root for the good guy, the guy that took them there, and continue and hope that the Broncos do advance to the Super Bowl. And I have this crazy feeling that Jarrett Stidham is going to go off. And even if he doesn't go off, the defense is going to be extremely reliable. Jack up Drake May and the dudes from Boston. And I think, and I have a good feeling that the Broncos advance. Home field advantage. I think they go. I think they push it. And you go from there. Then you got the Sunday's game. I believe that the Rams are going to get smacked nasty to nasty. And it's going to be Matt Stafford that chokes with Devontae Adams, with Puka Nacua, with their offensive linemen's back. Kyron Williams, he might run it for a couple hundred, maybe less, maybe 20, maybe 30, 40 yards. I have no idea. I really don't know idea. You might not want to listen to my takes. They're probably horrible takes, but there might be the best takes ever. I think the Rams get smacked up, and I have a buddy that's a really big diehard Rams fan, and he's going to be extremely sad, probably calling all week, especially with that work, how much Bronco fans there are and all the shit talking he's been talking for before the season starts. I mean, the dude doesn't stop talking about the Rams, so it's going to be, pretty sad for my boy. Check back in with me probably next week. I don't know when these are going to drop. Might be a Tuesday, Wednesday. I really have no idea. I don't even know what I'm doing. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm saying, what I'm thinking, right? Maybe that's what makes me a little crazy like that. But come back next week. I think we will have a better understanding if one of my good buddies is just going crazy. Crazy might be the perfect word, especially how Brooks Koepka just decided to say that he's coming back to the PGA Tour. Now, if you don't know who Brooks Koepka, go Google him. I love golf. Everything there is to know about golf, okay? Chipping, bunkers, drives, irons, everything that there is to know about golf, the game, the grass, everything. I love it. Absolutely love it. I dream of golf, especially now, married with my kids. All I really can do is dream of golf. When I go golf, it takes up my whole day. Wife gets mad. 6, 7 hours, do a little bit too much drinking, but I dream of golf. I love golf. Well, anyways, the PGA Tour a couple years ago was the best tour on golf, right? If you want to be somebody, you always dreamed of playing on the PGA Tour. I mean, that was your go-to, right? You want to go play. That's the pros. Tiger Woods, Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas, everybody, the Phil Mickelsons, the best of the best, you're there. Well, then some random guy comes out, and they're from the Middle East. It was like Saudi Arabia. He has a ton of money, millions and billions of dollars, right? And he starts a new league, and it's called the LIV Golf League. And they start offering PGA Tour players money, right? 100 million, 50 million, 200 million, 500 million to come play on my tour. You can't play over here now. Come play over here. Give me these viewers. Make these videos. It's the own league. But the PGA Tour doesn't like that. They don't like that. They say if you go over there, you're not welcome over here anymore. You lose all your money. You lose your exemptions. You lose everything. Everything. You can't play over here anymore except the majors. Now, the majors, if you win the Masters, you play for life, right? If you win the Open, PGA Tours, or sorry, the PGA, the Open, something like that. I think those are exempted for like 3, 4, 5, or a little longer, stuff like that. Don't quote me on the exact ones, but you can only play those. Dustin Johnson goes, Brooks Koepka, Patrick Reed, just to name a few, right? I don't want to bore you with the complete details, but they go. They say Brooks Koepka maybe got 50, 80 million. Phil Mickelson. You got to know who Phil Mickelson. You don't know who Phil Mickelson, I feel bad for you. Go Google him. Go over there in the corner. Go Google him on your phone. And then you'll find out who Phil Mickelson is. He is a Tiger Woods, right? Phil Mickelson goes. They try to get Tiger Woods somewhere in $500 million. Tiger says no. But a lot of people take it, right? I mean, who would? I mean, what would you do? In the position you're in. Actually, I can't say the position you're in. You're a professional golfer. You're one of the best in the world. Somebody comes to you and says, I got $100 million. You go quit there, and then you come back over here, and then you come play over here. And it's going to be exciting. There's going to be a DJ playing while you're doing your tee shot, while you're chipping, while you're stuck in the bunker, while you shanked it and you lost your ball. Now, get this. Now, when you're looking for your ball, you're not going to be hearing the birds chirping and all the depression sinking in because you're already 5 over, right? You're going to be looking for your ball, and then some DJ like Marshmallow is going to be spinning nasty, and it's going to be gigging, and it's going to be loud. And now, see, you're having fun. You might even like pop a champagne bottle at the end of the hole, right? It's that type of golf. It's not the boring golf. My wife loves golf, right? Because it puts her to sleep. Not this one. She wouldn't like LIV Golf. She would not like LIV Golf at all. It's loud. They got the DJs. They got people popping champagne. It's not the golf that you're used to, right? It's like I can't even say Top Golf because Top Golf is respectable. This was literally they were leaving for hundreds of millions of dollars just to go jack around. It's like you're going with your homies and just drinking. It's kind of like just golfing with your homies. Okay, so they go over there. They go over there. Now it's a whole new tour. They're playing on courses that you don't see on the PGA Tour. It could have been China, the Middle East, some courses in the United States, somewhere down south too. I don't know the exact ones, but anyways, they're playing, and it's madness, right? They put Rory McIlroy, the greatest golfer on planet Earth right now. You remember that. If someone goes up to you and tells you Scotty Scheffler is the best golfer in the world, they're probably right. But remember, I have facts, not opinions. Roars, baby. Rory McIlroy is now kind of getting pushed into this corner, the face of the PGA Tour. Interviews. He wants to say a bunch of crazy stuff, but he really doesn't say it. He doesn't want to get in trouble. He's the face. He's the best. It is what it is. Now, throughout these whole tournaments, throughout the year, you don't have the Dustin Johnsons, Brooks Koepka, Patrick Reed. You don't have those guys. You don't have many more. So now you figure golf is easier. And so guys that normally don't win are now winning, right? You just took out 15, 20, 30 of the best players in the world. So now it's kind of an easier path to victory for you, but you still have Jordan Spieth, Justin Thomas, all that. Anyways, fast forward. They took the money. Brooks Koepka just recently last week comes out and says that he's coming back to the PGA Tour. He says he's always dreamed of playing on the PGA Tour. It was his dream. Ever since he was a little kid, then he grows up to be arguably one of the best, top 5 in the world. And he says it was his dream. But he was living his dream. He was living his dream. He takes the money. Now he comes back and they probably charge him a little bit or something, but the PGA is going to accept him. They have to. He's one of the biggest things, and it's all about money. Everything is about money. Don't go to work thinking that they care about you. It's all about money. I got to learn that too, actually. Some people are happy. Even Rory is tweeting, saying that this is a good thing, and he saw this coming back, and this is really good for golf, and this, and that. And you know what? I understand it. You want to you want to do those things, right? You want to feel good about the future. But then Wyndham Clark comes out and he tweets, and he took the words out of my mouth. He didn't tweet, he did an interview, and this isn't word for word, but he says pretty much that I believe he said that he's knows Koepka, he's a good guy, blah blah blah, but he says I just can't help to feel a certain way because you kind of want this is a want your cake and eat it too situation. He's like, if you would have went back then and told all of these guys, I'm going to give you $100 million, $50 million, $200 million, and then in 2 years you could just leave that league and then just come back, everybody would do it. Everybody would do it. And that's true. Everybody would do it. So how would you feel? Right? So I'm on the side a little bit with it's corny, man. It's too much. I think they should have done a little bit more with Brooks Koepka. It, you can't make it that easy for you to literally be grimy, right? And I know the definition of that, and I follow the definition of don't be grimy. Don't ever be grimy. Ever. Okay? And then you go do that, you come back like nothing happened. And he's being welcomed really, really good. His first start is at the Waste Management Open in Phoenix. I still want to go there. But he's back, you know. Now you got all these other people interviewing like Patrick Reed. Patrick Reed sucks. Don't even watch him. He's a cheat. I'm kidding. Okay, well, I mean, he has cheated. Okay, he has cheated. I'm not a fan of him. Most people are not a fan of Patrick Reed. If you don't know who Patrick Reed is, go Google him, and then you'll see the difference on him and Tiger and the good guys and the good guys. Saying that, of course, the PGA Tour is the best in the world, and he's saying that, of course, he'd go back to playing on the PGA Tour. Why wouldn't he? He's already playing in so many leagues. Out of here. Trash. Trash. But it is what it is, man, you know? So do I see Patrick Reed coming back to the PGA Tour? Probably. It's going to be awful. But now you know. Now you know what's going on the PGA Tour and LIV Golf. I think I've watched maybe a solid 45 seconds of LIV Golf in the past 2 years. I never get that time back. I never get the time back. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to get better. We're going to have a lot more golf talk. I absolutely talking about golf. Almost as much as talking about movies. Movies, series, Netflix. It's too much a little bit. You know, you got the good shows on Apple TV, you got the good shows on Amazon, you got the good shows Paramount Plus, Peacock. It's too much. I rarely have time to pay attention to anything, but I try. You know, movies. I haven't been to the movies in a long, 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 long time. I shouldn't say long, long time, but it's been a while. But I watch most of the stuff here. And recently, I finished, and I'm pretty late. Let me actually see when it started versus when it ended. I think it's season 5. Okay, so I thought it was like season 5 that I was watching. It might be season 4. I don't know. But if you haven't watched this show, get on it. It's one of the best shows I've ever watched. But mainly because, and you might not think this, but the reason I loved it so much is we in this building right here, okay, in this building are big, big fans of Jeremy Allen White. Huge fans. So he could probably do no wrong. And that's probably why I'm saying that this is one of the best shows ever made. The Bear. If you haven't seen The Bear, watch it. About 4 seasons, 5 seasons. I forgot. Okay. Jeremy Allen White. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Ayo Edebiri, Molly Gordon, Abby Ellett. Oh, Will Poulter. Big fan of Will Poulter. There's another character, another actor. Will Poulter, top 3. Hilarious. But then you watch him in that movie, We're the Millers, and he's hilarious. He's like nerdy. And you even think like, man, look at this kid, right? But that's the character he plays in there, right? Then I go watch The Bear, and I didn't even know he was in The Bear. All of a sudden he comes out, and I'm like, baby, that's that guy. That's the guy, the one that gets bit by the spider on We're the Millers, and he kisses his sister, and he makes out with the sister. Hilarious. But on this one, he's all swole, crazy tattoos. He has an English accent. Apparently, I think he was Swedish or something like that. No idea. No idea. So hilarious that he transfers from that character to this character. And I kind of went this way with the show because he's not the star of the show. Maybe he was a fan favorite of the show. But anyways, Jeremy Allen White, you might have remember him from Shameless, one of the best shows ever made. It kind of reminds me of Shameless too, a little bit, right? A dysfunctional family. Maybe that's why Jeremy just does it really good, because maybe he already knows how to feel like that, right? Like he grew up, you know, the way that's portrayed on Shameless and the way that's portrayed on The Bear. But anyways, he grows up, and his brother, or he grows up in a dysfunctional family, right? Just kind of messed up, a little bit of everything, crazy, kind of some mental health issues. Um, this podcast is really big on mental health issues, okay? Maybe that's another reason why it was an incredible show. He grows up, he ends up becoming a chef, and that's what the show's about, being a chef. Um, he goes off to the world, and he becomes the best of the best. He cooks with the best of the best. He goes to Copenhagen, Denmark. Everywhere you could imagine where they have culinary, the best, finest cuts, finest foods in the United States, he goes. He becomes to be the best chef in the world at one point. Comes back and to Chicago, and he has his brother there. His name is Mikey, and he has a restaurant there, and they have like subs, like beef subs. And his brother passes away, and now he and his name's Carmi on the show, and then he takes over, and he builds his own thing with his friends and his family, and his family's like that. Oh yeah, Jamie Lee Curtis plays his mom, incredible actress. We love her, big fan. Um, who else was in there? Rob Reiner. Rob Reiner's in there. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. Manny Matheson. If you don't know who Manny Matheson, go to your corner again. Go to your corner. Sit there. Get on your phone. Since you're always on your phone, Google Manny Matheson, and you're gonna find one of the best cooks. Not an actual real life cooks. Hilarious dude. Big fan. Been watching him for 10 years at least. At least just to start. To start at least 10 years. Then he goes on, and then it's funny, it's sad, it's emotional, it's big on mental health. It's just taking care of yourself, family, being away from certain family members, being away from certain friends, getting closer to certain friends, growing those relationships, love, not knowing what to do with love and happiness when maybe you've been going through a bunch of havoc your whole life and you don't know how to control or handle those things. So it's a little bit of that, a little bit of everything, really. It's an incredible show. It makes you want to start cooking. Now I consider myself the best chef. My wife keeps calling me the bear. I cook a lot of delicious food, new foods. My wife cooks more. She's gonna listen to this and think, when was the last time I cooked? I do cook. I started off cooking when we first started dating, before marriage and all that stuff. So watch the show. Incredible. That's my recommendation for this week. Next week, I might watch some crazy movie you've never heard of. Never heard of. But The Bear. The Bear is an incredible series. It's an incredible show. Yeah, go watch it. Super cool. That's my review. I want to tell you everything that happened, but I'm also not that guy, right? I love movies so much that as soon as somebody starts telling me about that, I tell no, don't tell me. Just tell me what happened. I can read. I can watch the trailer and go from there. So technically, I just gave you the trailer. If you want more better trailers and reviews, come see Daddy every week. I just don't know what day. Okay. I was thinking of, like, how do I say bye? How do I say, this and that? Everybody says these things, but my daughter always asks me, Daddy, can I have this? Daddy, can I have that? Like, mija, later. We'll do it tomorrow. And she says, it's not later, Dad. It's a little bit. I'm like, all right, mija, a little bit. I get all scared. Being a parent is scary. It's like, what do you do? This little kid just yelled at me. This is what it is. So, I'll see you guys in a little bit. Peace.